guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm looking slightly different because I'm creating this look for you guys for Ganesh Chaturthi. It's this week, so if you guys are looking for any inspo, you want to go all out, this could be great for you. If you want to make this a more natural, subtle look, feel free to just change small things here and there. You can even go for a brighter lip and a nude eye, but you know, the principles and techniques are the same, so just follow along and see what you can do. For those who are in Australia and are in lockdown, I know this is a little extra, but it could just be something fun to watch, something a little festive. If you guys aren't dressing up this year, I hope you can live vicariously through me. Also guys, I've created a few other traditional looks if you are looking to try something else. I've got a few other sari combinations on my Instagram, so feel free to check it out there. There's a couple of tutorials and things, so I hope you guys enjoy. With a moisturizer. This one is the Skin Physics Oxygen C Brightening Moisturizer. I'm just going to apply this on my face. Make sure you're always applying moisturizer, guys, because seriously, it makes the biggest difference before your makeup look. So even if you've applied moisturizer a few hours before and then you're going to do your makeup a couple of hours later, just reapply it. It just creates a really smooth, nice looking base. Guys, so I quickly just did my brows and I'm not going into a lot of detail on that because it's very subjective. I'm going to be moving on to my base. If you know me, you know that I like a full coverage face. Obviously, use whatever foundation you have on hand, but I'm mixing these two foundations today. The Glowish MultiDew Skin Tint. It's like a really soft, glowy base, and I just like that to like bring some dew into my skin. And then I'm going in with the full coverage Nars Radiant Longwear foundation, and I'm in the shade Punjab. I'm not being fancy, I'm just applying that straight onto my skin, just like 2 little pumps. This is not a foundation, guys. I think I called it a foundation, but it's a skin tint, so it's really sheer. And I'm just using my Il Maquillage brush to blend it in. Look at the glow already. And can you see, it actually gives me a decent amount of coverage considering it's so lightweight. And it's actually just a skin tint. It does a pretty good job. Now using my Messy AF Nars bottle, I'm just going to apply 2 pumps, or 3 actually. The pumps are quite small on this. It really allows you to like tailor how much product you want on there. I'm looking into my viewfinder if you guys are like, where the hell is she looking? That is what I'm doing. My skin has been breaking out lately. Obviously it's because like I'm near my period and I have not been having the best sleep routine and stuff, so I'm getting a lot of hormonal acne near my mouth and whatnot, which I probably should start paying more attention to, but it is what it is. I know you shouldn't always swipe your foundation, just dab it in like this, and what that does is really buffs the product into your skin and it spreads it out evenly. If you are swiping, you will get a streakiness effect with your brush, so if you are using a brush, be sure to like tap it in. I like to go around my brows in a kind of sweeping motion though, because I just feel like it allows me to not get product in my brows. Looking so much better already. Okay, so I'm going to do like a really simple color correction and nothing crazy at all. I'm using my MAC color corrector palette. This one is, I believe, the shade medium. I don't know, there's a couple of options, but this is what it looks like if you guys are thinking of ordering it. And using a flat brush, I'm literally just picking up the product and patting it into my under eye. Again, swiping motions are not a great idea. I would suggest patting because that will deposit the product and not move it around too much. And you really don't want to be moving products around under your under eye area, especially if you're like me and you have creases. As you can see, I have like hereditary eye bags, which is nice. Combined with a lack of sleep, this is the end result. So I would highly recommend just patting the product into your under eyes. I'm going to be using my Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Light Medium. I love this formula, especially if you have a dry under eye area. It's really amazing. And it's super full coverage. So I like to apply it quite generously under my eyes. And I know you can do this in like a lifting motion, but I like to apply it mostly everywhere. And I'm just going in with my Real Techniques sponge, which is a bit damp, and then blending it all out. Look at the coverage. I'm obsessed. I haven't found a new favorite concealer in ages. I've tried a lot of concealers that I like, but this one is next level. I am so exhausted today, guys. So if I look a little dead, it's because I batch filmed the whole day. I filmed about like, I think like 8 videos today because I've just been so busy with my makeup classes and things like that. So if you guys are interested, you can book me to learn makeup online. So it took a lot of planning to get that all in the works. So I'm finally excited that it's all up and going. I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Pound Cake. I really like the shade. Obviously translucent, but it's not white. Like it doesn't leave a white cast on my skin tone. And I'm using my J. Cole Cosmetics brush to apply the product. I just do this super roughly because I want you guys to know that you don't have to like be super precise with your bake unless you are obviously like contouring your nose and going around that, and that's why you're using your bake. I just do it like really roughly to set my under eyes, but I like that brightened effect. And also I'm going in with purple and blue tones, which can look really disastrous if you don't properly conceal your under eye area. I'm going in with this Lush Minerals Compact Pressed Foundation in the shade number 6, and I'm just setting the rest of my face with that. I highly recommend doing this if you are someone with acne prone skin, because what this does is it really locks the foundation into place, especially over your acne, and it makes sure that it doesn't lift during the day or cling to your acne. It kind of just like sets it how it is. I don't know if you guys can see, but it kind of adds like an extra level of concealment. So even if you've got texture, it kind of like flattens the appearance of it. Okay, so now I'm looking like a blank canvas. I'm going to add some color back into my face by powder bronzing. I'm going to be using the Glowish bronzer in the shade Deep Tan by Huda Beauty. I literally love the details. Honestly, she puts in so much effort into her packaging and the products. It just improves the experience so much. I do wish there was a mirror though, but I understand like mirrors are expensive and it probably would have made the product more expensive. And just using like little spirally motions, I'm going to be blending that product in really lightly into the hollows of my cheeks. And can you guys already see the bronzed and chiseled effect it's given me? Like compare both sides of my face, you can really see the difference. Considering I've got all my hair swept back into a sleek bun with some flyaways, but anyway, I want the perimeter of my face to look really nice and snatched. And so I'm literally just going around the whole perimeter of my face with the bronzer. There definitely could have been a more snatched way to do this, but I just want something quick, and I know a few of you are in lockdown, so if you want something quick, I would recommend this technique rather than cream contouring. While I'm here, I'm going to roughly contour my nose. I'm using my Nars Claudette Blush Duo. I love this duo. And I'm just dipping into the lighter shade and applying it in a swiping upwards motion. And what this does is it really lifts your face. This technique really works for people with rounder faces as well as more square faces, because it really like lifts your face. Look at that color. I love it. And I'm just applying some on the tip of my nose, my chin, and forehead as well. Now I'm just going to dust off that under eye bake, but kind of press it into my skin at the same time. And I'm just taking the excess and pressing it into my smile lines. I really want to do like a purple glittery blue moment. So I'm going to start off with the Plouise base in the shade Purple. If not, just go in with a concealer and apply that on your eyelid. But this just makes my life a little easier, so that's why I'm using it. And I'm just patting this down. And guys, here comes the voiceover because I really cannot multitask with my eye makeup. Like, I just find it so insanely hard to do my eye makeup and talk at the same time and not mess up one of the two. But yeah, Here I'm just packing down that base with a flat brush, and you can see it's like super pigmented. I'm kind of just diffusing the edges so it doesn't dry down really harshly. And I'm using the Carnival Stacey Marie Tahiti Love palette, and I'm using the light purple shade and just blending the edges out. What's so good about these bases is it really allows you to blend your eyeshadows effortlessly. I'm going in with a darker purple here and focusing that on the outer V of my crease. You can see it really makes a difference. It gives that depth and dimension to your eye look. And I'm just using a fluffy blending brush to do this. Because I have hooded eyes, I find this technique really works well for me. To really like reinforce that crease shape, I'm getting a bright blue to match my blouse, and I'm just focusing that above my crease, slightly above my crease, so you get that beautiful gradient, and I'm just deepening up that blue. But you can see how the blue blends really nicely into the purple. This is a labor of love. You got to work with it a little. It's not super straightforward, but I think if you use patting motions, you'll really win. Here I'm using Vaseline to remove any of the base or eye makeup that's already on my lid. This is a technique taught by Plouise herself for mastering cut creases, and it just allows you to carve out the shape before going in with concealer. As you can see, I'm kind of just like looking in the mirror and trying to figure out how it looks. Make sure when you're doing this, you're looking down, but you're also looking straight ahead so you can see how that looks with your eyes open. Now I'm just using the Plouise Rumour Zero base. It's a pure white base. You can also go in with a really bright concealer, a couple of shades lighter than your skin tone. This will just help your eyeshadows to pop. And I'm following the shape that I carved out with the Vaseline. This is an amazing technique if you want the eyeshadow colors to really stand out. As you can see, I'm not really using a swiping motion. I'm just patting the eye base down. This will allow you to get a really crisp shape. And I'm using this beautiful iridescent purple blue shade from the same palette and packing it down with a flat brush. Using a flat brush will allow you to deposit as much pigment as you can. And then I'm using that bright blue shade and packing that in the outer corner of the crease. And this just looks really flawless. It makes it look like everything's blended together. And it looks like you've put in a lot of effort. I'm going in with the Pink Orchid Studio black liner. It is called the Lit Liner. I wish we got these in Australia because literally the best liquid liner I've ever tried. It is so black and nice. But yeah, I'm just lining my upper lash line for lashes. Like, eyeliner is not essential in this look. But yeah, I'm just flicking that out into a wing so everything looks nice and blended. And then I'm applying a generous coat of the Silly George Heart Eyes Mascara before going in with falsies. I'm going to finish off my lips. I think I'm just going to stick with like a nude lippy for this because there's already like a lot going on. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Wifey Liquid Matte. Side note guys, I had previously lined my lips with the MAC Cosmetics Vino Lip Liner. It's like a pinky, very burgundy style lip liner, but I love it. It just works for so many lip shades. And then I'm using this Cool Tone Nude to fill in my lips. I had to go back in with a lip liner and carve out the edges because I just feel like it looked a little washed out. But I wasn't really happy with the color, and I did change it to Fenty Stunna lip paint in the end. Okay guys, so I just did my lips again, changed the color a little. I thought it was a bit off after I put everything on. But yeah, this is the final look. So extra, but I'm obsessed with how it turned out. Like, the shimmer on the eyelid speaks to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please do subscribe to my channel for videos like this, and I will see you in my next one. I hope you guys have an amazing Ganesh Chaturthi. Bye!